Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And today is another Hump Day Sketches. I love this. This is the sketch that we are doing. It is number 15 from Sketchbook, and this is from stampinpretty.com. So thank you very much, Stampin' Pretty. I really appreciate you creating this sketch for me. Now, this time I have a lot of interesting ways I put this together. We'll see if you like it. Let me know how you feel about it. So we are using some of the mixed media floral 12 by 12 DSP. And I know you guys have seen it. I do not know whether it's still with us or not. So I haven't checked. But I just liked it so much. I love this paper. And that's my all-time favorite. But this is what the card looks like. And I'll show you how I did that. I did use, I don't even know if I have any of that paper left. Oh my goodness. It is so beautiful. I tried to just piece everything together as much as I could. So, nope, I don't even know. I don't think I have any of that paper left. I do not know whether I do or not. I am really sorry. This is it. So I do have a little bit left. All right. So how I did that is that I used the Gallery Bloom. And the Gallery Bloom I used with this little die and the leaf. And that looks like this die. And then this leaf. I probably could have used that one. It would have shown up just a little bit more, but I didn't. I also used the textured notes, and this is the bundle that I used. And this has a whole bunch of rectangle dies, and that's what I used. And I'll show you that. I also used the Essential Threads pack. Oh my goodness, I was going to remember exactly what they were, and I can't remember it now. But Baker's Twine. Oh, can't believe it. Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And that has all these different colors in it. This one is used up and it's sitting in the pile over there and it's black. This is coming out from Granny Apple Green. You can see on this, I used these from another one. This is Old Olive blender pen. And this time I decided to go with the yellow on the boho blue. This is the piece that I have in the middle. And I just took it out for this one. And this is the way that it looks. So I put some wall tape on this. I put it all together. And then I am going to pull it out. And let me get everything out of there. So when I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I ran one down below, and this one I just put on the bottom one. And then the other two, and that you can hardly even see it. So the other two were done with this. So I set this one first. So that was the number one that I did. And I just put it on the paper. I cut the paper 4 by 5 1/4, and this fits it. And I would even cut it at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this is the first of the many rectangles. Then after I set that and got that to what I thought was in the middle, then I did the next two. And I set the bottom one, and then I set the next one, which is, this is number 3 and this is number 4. And that's how all of this came out. And I tried to get them as even as possible, but for those of you who have been watching me for a while, you know I am not very even. I'm more crooked than I am straight. Okay, and that's what this looks like with this long piece, is what I cut the sentiment with. And the sentiment is stamped in Poppy Parade ink, basic ink. All right, so these are the 3 pieces. So I'm just taking away this one, and then I have both of these on. All right, so that's how that came out. And on the inside, this one, I just put a strip, an extra strip that I had of DSP. On this one, I did the exact same. I just did the same designer series on the inside. So that's how I created that. So what we're going to do here is that I used all the Tombow ink, okay, the liquid glue. So I just used that because I wanted to be able to move it if I made a mistake. And I didn't want to rip it because this is pretty delicate once it goes on. And so I want to make sure that I am putting this on in the right spot. I may need the middle to try to help me figure it out. Okay, so it goes this way. So I'm just going to add that on, and then I can move it. There we go. Still is not very straight. Again, thank you to whoever is watching. I really appreciate your kindness. Thank you for being here with me. And so I'm just trying to figure out right now, where does everything go? And it goes this way. So I'm just going to add this in the middle. And I love the way that this Granny Apple green looks. So there you go. That's what that looks like. Then I took the sentiment, and this is just the backs of the sentiment that I'm just using all the ends of my small dimensionals. And I'm just going to stick that down in the corner, but it's right by where, I don't know if you can see the edging. And I'm going to put that right down by the edging. And that's on. Then I am taking my Daffodil Delight flower, and I'm going to get just a couple of these, again, small mini dimensionals, and I am just going to cut a couple in half. And I'm going to put these on the flowers, on the top part of the flowers. The other ones I did on my other card, I did a little bit too big. So that's what I'm doing there. And then, where did my, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What did I do? There we go. This one I'm just going to leave, just gluing it at the bottom. And then the top part of my flowers, we'll keep that down. And all I'm doing is putting some glue on the bottom. So here's what this looks like. Small dimensionals cut in half and then glue. And on this Shy Shamrock, I just put glue at the bottom. Whoa! And I'm just going to take this and lean it a little bit towards the side. And this, you will see that this is a little bit free just to move. And these leaves and this bottom of the stem is staying down. And then I'm just adding this on. Again, going towards the side. Just adding the color, taking some of my Wink of Stella and adding it onto the flowers. And that's all I did. Taking my black Baker's Twine and a glue dot. And sticking this down, kind of rolling the edges so everything doesn't show. And sticking this right, let's put it right down here. So we got that, and then we are adding our yellow, and this is Daffodil Delight. I just thought that would be beautiful with that. Kind of put it in the corners. There we go. And that's our card. So again, just a little note. I just like that. I think that is so fabulous. And these, so you know, these are the antique pearls. And that's what I used the blender pen on. And colored these yellow with the Daffodil Delight. So it matched the flower. And just highlighted some of the small little yellow, okay, in the middle of the flowers. So that's what the first card looks like. Whoop, whoop. I love it. So here they are again. This one is done with Poppy Parade and with the Shy Shamrock. This is Old Olive, and this is just a plain pearl. And that's what our first one looks like, our first card. So those are the two. Please feel free to take a picture. And I just love the colors in here. They're just so exciting. All right, so that's our first card. Now, the second card, I did a little bit differently. I used Charming Day, and I used the Happy Birthday in Charming Day. And this is where the basic beige comes out. This is the Secret Sea. And this is some of the Designer Series paper that I used to create the whole card. This is Pecan Pie, and this is my card. And that's what that looks like. And yes, I did these in even because I really wanted to show off the frame of the card. I used the pecan peacock, or the pecan pie, at the bottom, so because otherwise I didn't like this ½ inch up here just showing and ½ inch down here, but yet I have a 1/4 of an inch, okay, on the sides. So I just decided to make the pecan pie 4 by 5 1/4. And I think this one came out 5 1/4, and I think this is 3 7/8, I think. This is like a piece that I just cut off to put on the inside. So that's where I got that. On the frame itself, to pop it up, I am using the foam adhesive sheets. This is our cloud cover. Love it. New in color. I used the I used the Secret Sea in color, flat pearls. And that's what I did on the frame. I used the beautiful gallery 6 by 6. Oh my God. This is just so beautiful. All the different colors. This is what I used for my background. But you can play with this just a little bit. Let me show you. This comes off this way, and this is from the Gallery Bloom. And you can see that the Gallery Bloom cut 3 pieces. So I just put the full sheet in there, found out or put it where I wanted it to be, and then ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let me get this out so that I can show you. So there we go. That's what that is. I think it's so great. These are just going to be the side of my my frame, so I can pop them up. So now, as you are looking at this, let's go ahead and just do, so you can take this, and if you had something that's really nice, you could stand it up, but all of these are down. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You can use that. You can pop this way up towards the top. And a lot of demonstrators were doing this a couple of months ago. So I'm just into this right now. This is another one, being able to show off the house. If you didn't want to show off the house, but you really wanted to show off the nice little creek that was running by, or stream running by, you could put it down below. I mean, there was so many things. This one is probably one that you could stand it up and let it be by the side. You could go here. The hard part is that you just can't let it go off the edge. Let me see what else. I mean, this is beautiful to be able to stand it up or to turn it sideways. So you also have that. Great scenery right here. I mean, you can either you can put it over here towards the side and get some of the rolling hills, and you'll also get some of the mountains, or you can put it sideways, and look at that. Bring it down just a little bit. You know, I mean, this is such an awesome die cut. So anyway, that's what you have as far as that goes. And again, you gotta love this paper. Oh, it is so beautiful. I love it, I love it. It's the Beautiful Gallery, 6 by 6. You could also take the rectangle sheets and do the exact same thing that we did on our first card. That's how much I have left on this. So that just gives you a little idea of how I did that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is and these are part of the foam adhesive sheets. All I did was cut, you know, a line, and then I was able to add it to this. So I am taking my what is this called? My Stampin' Seal. And I am putting it on my basic beige. And this is going in as my insert. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. I really like the pecan color because I thought that it was so beautiful when you laid it up against the scenery. And I tried to, again, get this on, centered it, so it was even all the way around. And then I just added everything. I want to make sure that I have it all go in the right direction. There it is. So we're going to start off with the big piece. Bringing in our silicone pad. Look at the back of that. Isn't that beautiful? And we're just going around the edges. And I'm hoping that this goes, yes. And then I am trying to make this as even as I can. There we go. I think that's about right. So there we go. We got that. Now we are taking our second piece, and this is our framed piece. So now, oh, that's what I am just using this. And these are just non-stick scissors. So I have that anytime I'm dealing with sticky stuff, so I can just cut it so it doesn't stick all over everything. And the same here. So I'm really just adding it to the whole frame. And I'll show you once that I am done. And again, I tried to cut these small enough so they just fit on the frame. And the frame's about 1/2 inch, so I cut it, what is it, through 1/2 inch, so I went through 3/8. And this is what it looks like. And so all you do now is take off all the backing. And this is just so easy. It's nice when you have so many fabulous dies that you can't, it just really makes your project go easy. And there we go. This fits right there. You can see how it's coming together. And then we have the middle, or what we would classify the picture. And again, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate that. And that's the insert. So we have everything that we need right here on our picture. And then we are going to take our flat pearls, and we're just placing them right in the center. And if you haven't had a chance to take a look at these are great. And you know, I really didn't want to have anything get in the way of the beautiful picture, so I just left it out. I just said I don't want to have a sentiment on it at all, and I just left it off. And that's what, let's do it this way. That's what this looks like. So the two cards that I did today look like this. And if you have a chance to follow me, please do, both on YouTube and on Facebook. Especially if you like what I'm doing, please let me know. Just give me a like. Tell me how much that you like it. Tell me how much that it means to you. Show me a picture that you created. I love all that stuff. And then write me a message or leave a comment. Love comments. So that's all I have for you today. But I hope that you like what I have done with today's sketch. And again, all the dimensions that you need will be on my blog. And remember, my blog is at ktstamps.com. www.ktstamps.com. My first name is Kevon. Thank you, Mom. And my motto is creating cards for you. So thank you so very much for being with me today on Wednesday, knowing that next week more magic is gonna happen. So be here or be square. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.